but also say you have to also now take action, take deliberate action to do things that will take you away from being alone. Like one of the people said that it's amazing how the world has become global. They're watching videos even, I don't know, they do movie nights with people living on 3 different continents. Hey everybody, my name is Angie Murenga. You're watching Just Angie. It's Lifestyle Thursday. And today I'm the amazing guest for Lifestyle Thursday. Responding to your feedback, a lot of people said that they wanted to know more about me. And the video that I did like on my birthday, it had a lot of traction, a lot of feedback. Like, can you please do more videos like this about your life? So here we discuss all things lifestyle. I actually don't even know where to begin. But let me see. I want to sing. Let's start at the very beginning. Let me start now. Lifestyle. Let me talk about something that's happening right now, like the COVID-19, the pandemic that's taking place, and what it's doing for people who are alone, and not necessarily lonely, or they could be lonely. So I've been getting a lot of calls as well, a lot of messages, just about how people are really feeling it in this season. It's being amplified, being alone, and then actually now turning into loneliness, because some people are alone and they've been able to handle their aloneness, but now there's a lot of loneliness that's taking place. And so I just thought maybe I'll just feed into what to do in times like this. I think the number of people who have called me have responded by saying having compassion, yes, but also say you have to also now take action, take deliberate action to do things that will take you away from being alone. Like one of the people said that it's amazing how the world has become global. They're watching videos even, I don't know, they do movie nights with people living on 3 different continents. You just get into a time, I don't know how you organize it, but you all watch a movie together, give feedback and engage. So even if you're alone, you need to reach out to the outside world in the best possible way, and probably one of the ways is through the social media, through internet, and through like Zoom calls and things that you can do with people. But I think the onus is on us, because if you just let it slide, it could put you in a very sad place. So you need to find what to do, what works for me, so that I am not so lonely or so alone. People have been going home to spend the weekend, sometimes I think with family and friends and parents, and just finding something to do that will not keep you there. I think the worst thing is to take a focus into yourself and really focus on it and say, I'm alone, I'm lonely, and that's it, there's a solution. I'm thinking also it's possible to be lonely when you're surrounded with people or even alone. Because like for me, I live with my daughter, but she has a life, she has things that she wants to do, and sometimes even when I get into wanting to make her feel guilty about having a life, God reminds me about my own life. Then I'm like, what? It's okay, let me just align. I mean, she needs to have her life, so it's a place where I'm letting go as a parent. Maybe that's another point, how do you let go as a parent? It's very, very important to let go of your children. Because I hear stories of how people are even like, there's a son and he's always in his mother's house, and that's not right. As parents also, we need to let go. And then that brings me to the place where, so I'm alone, but I'm living with somebody, but there are moments that I feel alone. And in those moments, I have to be very deliberate about what I want to do. First of all, I cannot let those thoughts go there. And then I'll find something to do. I'll watch a movie. I'm a movie person, so I love to watch Netflix. I have movies to do, and then I have now the Kawaida DSTV. So I'm always looking for something to do. So maybe I'll watch something that makes me happy and will cheer me up. I'm also thinking, as I've grown older, I don't mind being alone. I like spending my time alone, actually, and I've noticed that. But it can get to a place where it's not healthy any longer. So I have to jikokota myself and go and do something, find some action to do, because I can be very comfortable just sitting on the sofa and doing my relaxed mode, which is now watching Netflix and chill. But there are times now that I have to make an effort to go out or to reach out or to have a call or to do something with somebody else, so that I'm not just alone. But it's amazing. I was just thinking as I'm sharing with you how my daughter just finds it fascinating that I want to sit still, but I laugh because I used to be like her. I used to be allergic to 4 walls. 4 walls? I was always out and about, and it's amazing that I also see that in her. Always out and about to the next plan. But I think being young, yeah, you just have places to go and people to see. And when you're older, you're more deliberate about places to go and people to see. And I'm more comfortable. I mean, I've been there. And also then that brings me to the point that there are things that you need to do in their season. So when I was younger, I was that person, always out, always with the next plan, always where it's happening. You know, I was laughing the other day and I was saying, you know, young people, they need a holiday from the holiday and they need a weekend from the weekend. It doesn't make sense because the weekend is busy. Guys are everywhere doing everything. What? So when you come to Monday, you're not even rested because the whole weekend, the whole idea about the weekend is you're supposed to be resting. So I think rest is important so that you don't need a holiday from the holiday or a weekend from the weekend. You need to relax. But anyway, it's good to do things in that season because now in my season, as I see her walking out again saying, Mom, you're still going to sit here. I'm like, I'm so comfortable and so happy sitting here by myself. You cannot even begin to understand. But then I was thinking also, it's the way I've been socialized because in school, I didn't have many friends. I didn't know how to make friends. Something happened, I always say. Something happened in standard 5 around there, and everybody stopped talking to me. I'm not quite sure what happened, but maybe it's Kimenyiness as well, or the way that I am. Maybe it's the boldness. I'm not quite sure. And I've actually wondered whether I've just kept that memory out of my brain, but I know that something happened. And then I was really used to being alone. Sometimes I even sit and I ask God, gosh, was that all preparation? Because I can be surrounded by people, but I can be very alone. I'm okay, even if everybody cuts me off and doesn't want to talk to me, I'm okay. So it's like there was a sort of a socialization and a way in my training, which I think is good for now. There are good points about it, where I can be alone. I can be alone for long lengths of time and I'm fine. I can even be alone in the middle of people completely and totally. Actually, that's how I came to the time now when I decided my life needed a change. I would always go out with people and I'd always be in a crowd. And I remember once I was at, I think I was at Choices, and there were people all around me, but I was so alone. I was even wondering how come they haven't noticed that I've not said something. But at that moment, God was reflecting, and I was looking and I was saying, this cannot be the sum total of my life. I was looking around and I was like, something has to change and something has to give. And so I was able to process all those emotions, sort of being alone. Another one that comes to mind is when my husband left me, when he walked out on me. I processed and I grieved a lot alone. In my bed, because I had put my TV into the room, and that's where I was watching Bishop T.D. Jakes, John Hagee, and Joyce Meyer, and so that's why I processed. It was so amazing when I think back now that God let me just process that time. So I guess even in the aloneness, don't let it turn into loneliness. Find out if it's something that you need to process in that time, and you need to be deliberate about your own making actions towards not being alone. And then don't let it affect you. It's not forever. Because, you know, I'm always wondering, you know, the vision that comes to mind is like a glass pane. And, you know, they say there are people on this side trying to get into a relationship, and they're on this side, people on this side trying to get out of the relationship. It's like we're never happy. So I think enjoy the pockets of alone times that you have, because at some other stage in your life, you'll probably be craving for them. So I hope you've learned something new from me. It's Lifestyle Thursday. See you next Thursday. God bless.